Start the stream. Let's do that. Let's click that. Let's move that over there. Let's do a whole bunch of other weird stuff that I do every day and I say most of the time. Put that over here. Get into the voice channel so we can say hi to everybody. Whoop. And welcome back. Welcome back to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. What day is it today? Today is August 28th. It is Friday. You know, that's fair. That's fair. It's Friday. It is the free draw. I have posted the link to the Aggie.ai software in the Discord. If you are not a member of the Discord, come hang out in the Discord. It'll be a lot of fun. Vitaly, welcome again. And we are hanging out today. Let's get into the voice channel chat so I can see what people are saying. Welcome, Druid. Welcome, Sierra. The link is up. And how's everybody doing today? It's kind of a weird day. I got them allergies faces again. I gotta like purge my house of pollen again. It's gonna be a process. Yep, pollens and ants. I'm being assaulted nonstop by. Oh, I probably just demonetized my video. I'm being cuddled by pollen and bugs per the summer requirements, which. Ants are bad cuddling me. That's okay. No, I got weirdly jumped on by ants again yesterday. They just they'll find one piece of bread or something on my desk from lunch, and like 1,000 of them will just be like, "Hey, we're gonna climb up your chair, around your body, get to that." It's like, how about don't do that? How about do anything else but that? Like, get out of here. So I think they're living in my carpet. I'll figure that out some other time though. So. Anywho, how's everybody doing today? Otherwise, Vitaly says good, which is great. Inferno, welcome. I need to turn my notifications back on so I can hear when people jump in the chat. Because I turned that off for a video and I totally forgot about it. And then I'm gonna have to turn it back off tomorrow. So that will be fun. We are gonna film some more videos tomorrow, I hope. We've had some, right? I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling. It is turned on. I don't know why it's not Hadoopin. Hadoopin? Yeah. Last week we got a community-driven video out called The Artist Arcana. If you haven't checked that out, I highly, highly recommend it. It's pretty great. Oh, I'm not even in the... I'm sorry. You guys can't see the screen. Oh, you can see the screen. Title page. All right, we're back. But yeah, so it's Friday. Come hang out, come draw. Let's have a good time. Oh, I did not. I went and I worked for a good chunk of the day. So yeah. Next video. Next why we played goblins. That's a documentary series. Why you should play series should be coming out soon. I was hoping to get it out last night, but that didn't happen, so maybe the next day or two here. I wanted to draw something today. Oh, it was just gonna be Final Fantasy junk. That's what it was. Because Final Fantasy junk is great. Yep. But no, I didn't play much more Final Fantasy yesterday. It's a huge canvas. I made it so big. Right. But no, thanks again everybody for letting me play Final Fantasy yesterday. It's nice to be able to do that kind of stuff from time to time. Oh, yeah. I gotta figure out why that's going on. I don't know what's up with my mic. I might be like blaring my headphones too high. My head speakers ain't good so much no more. I need to buy some new ones. But they're still functional. They're falling apart. So it's on my list. Oh, yeah. Do I still have that? No. I changed the text. I no longer have to do push-ups for Moogles. I'm on top of it. Yep. That's not a bad one. I definitely think there's a difference between drawing like here on stream and like when you draw for your own purposes. Because like when I draw in Photoshop, I do usually have about 7 layers. I think 7 layers is about my average for commissioned pieces. But when I'm here, like 2 layers is generally enough. Like I don't know if it's because I draw differently or I'm not putting that much time into it. So I don't know if you do the exact same procedures here as you do in Photoshop or not, but pretty much. Moogles are so poofy. Well, I don't know if you zoomed out. There is a ton of space. For Fridays, I've decided to start doing a double long image. So it's normally 19 by 1080, 1920 by 1080. So I think these are 3840. Yeah, you got lots of space. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to be drawing right where I'm drawing, or because then I gotta like zoom out to look at it, but that's fine. Whoop. First come, first serve. Why you should play Mind Flayers? Mind Flayers are on my list, and I think that list is slowly getting narrowed down. So I think Mind Flayers are gotta be coming up pretty soon, especially as Baldur's Gate gets closer. I think that'll be a good one. That'll be a good episode. I hope. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of technical jokes, but who knows? Oh, that is the cutest Moogle. Just gotta make him super poof. Super poof! What game did you play when you were a kid? Welcome, Jonas. Draw some. Oh, I was gonna say draw some Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, wait, don't do that. We'll get an influx of interesting OCs. This is a mess. It's a blue hedgehog. He can run super fast, but he's got psychic powers. He's got sock powers. He's got psychic powers. I don't know what a sock power would be. No offense intended to any of the Sonic OC creators out there, but there's a lot. That's kind of my thing, yeah. It's like my same issue with changelings. Like, changelings aren't bad, and Sonic OC isn't bad. There's a lot of bad Sonic OC out there. So there's a lot of really bad changeling characters. Do it. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people playing changelings in my... Because you're good at voices? Are you fishing for compliments? Is that what's going on here? Please don't. I have yet to see you... Well, you know, I was gonna say I've yet to see you make a bad character, but you kind of butchered Father Forthill, so I'm gonna. Yep. I really wish you would name that character like Father Knuckle Duster. I think that would be a better character than Father Forthill. Father Fordhill is based off of a real character from a totally real book. Father Knuckle. Is it? Try refreshing the page. I don't see you drawing. Where are you at? Ooh, 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 ooh. I said yesterday I would draw Final Fantasy characters because I played a bunch of Crystal Chronicles yesterday. Dude, draw Behemoth. I don't see you drawing, period. Are you in the same channel as us? Is this you? Is this the teal you? That is a very bright color. Nice. Are you using the pencil? It looks like you're using the pencil. Huh. How'd that look? Gotcha. It could be this. Oop. Now it's reconnecting. Okay, everything broke. There we go. What? I'm wondering if it's just because the screen is too big. Druid, are you using your tablet today, or are you back to the mouse? Hell yeah. Too much Sierras. Huh. That's really weird. Actually, that looks okay. Oh no, that's bad. Are you using the symmetry tool? What is this? What's this dotted line? That's not a thing you did? Huh. Are you using hacks? Is that what's going on? Are you aimbotting the stream here? I was playing Call of Duty with one of my friends, and he got banned all of a sudden. And we're like, "Are you cheating? Like, what's going on?" He's like, "No, I'm not. I'm totally not. I might be using a thing." And we're like, "Dude, that's cheating." He's like, "No, it's not cheating." And we're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then through long yelling discussions, we discovered he wasn't cheating, but they just screwed up. But he was like thrown into. I think what he was trying to describe to us was that he has like a 5-button mouse, and so he had different key commands keyed to his mouse, which I don't think is against the terms of service for Call of Duty. Yeah, it's third party, but that was the only thing you could think of. Turns out a whole bunch of people had flagged him because we kicked the crap out of him, and they didn't end up banning him. They put a flag on his account. But it was this kind of fun interaction of like, man, I think you're cheating, aren't you? He's like, no, like, come on, don't be like that. So that was pretty funny. I have had a few games where like you all of a sudden get 10 kills and you're like, oh no, someone's gonna ban me for this. Like that felt impossible. I don't know how that happened. The lag gods have seemed to be in my favor today. Yeah. Welcome, Cosmos. Is it Behemoth or Bahamut? Oh, yeah, got it. No, I was totally thinking of someone totally different. Bahamut is the big dragon dude. I mean, well, let's do I would do a quick test real quick. Jump to make a new Aggie. And then, and see if it's still doing it there. Like, just go file new, make a small one. Because it might just be that I have the screen too big. And if that's the case, we can make it smaller. But also, everyone else, including Inferno, is welcome to draw today, if you like. So, we should have the room. It's fine. Okay, it is probably this too big. I'll make them smaller next time. There's no reason for it to be quite this big. I could probably get away with the... Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I feel like whenever I make the screen bigger, we just draw a lot bigger. Because we're still taking up like a quarter of the page each. What's going on? The Moogle's attacking everyone. It's a Moogle. Kubo Kubo. Kubo Kubo do push-ups. No, yesterday when we were playing Final Crystal Chronicles, every time we saw a Moogle, we had to do push-ups. And then it turns out there's a village of Moogles, which I did not remember in the game. And that was... Is that how that's... Is that... Okay. So you're actually supposed to make more characters to fill out the town? Oh. Interesting. Yeah, they did some weird stuff with this game. Is it... Hold on. Vagrant Story? Because Vagrant Story, I believe, is the same artist as most of the Final Fantasy games. And, that Vagrant Story might have been PS1. That was such a beautiful game. Also, one of my favorite, like, weapon combo systems. Like, figuring out how to build stuff. Vagrant Story, nice job. Parasite Eve, also great job. Super, super cool stuff. PlayStation 1. Also, I'm really old. Yeah. Oh, Papercraft. There's a Papercraft Moogle. That's awesome. I do want to look that up, though. No, I'm on Google. I'm looking at Moogles. Da 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 da. Oh, so good. Man, I forgot how amazing this art was. So it was also on my Squaresoft, so that makes sense. I'm gonna post this in the voice channel chat. This artwork like blew my mind so much to the point that later in life, when I worked at a game store, someone sold a copy of Vagrant Story, and I was like, and I bought it just for the cover art. Like I'm pretty sure I still have the pamphlet, like the game book. Dark Cloud. Okay. I remember seeing it. I don't think I played Jade Cocoon. I played Legend of Dragoon. That's a good one. I'm all about dragoons. I'm for it. I don't know. Spears are just awesome. Is it? Am I just like a basic bitch when it comes to weaponry? Is that what's going on? Yeah, but what if you make it out of like the most expensive materials? No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like spears in games. I think they're fun. Especially, I'm one of those persons that I like to be able to throw them. What is a sword spear? Is that a spear with a sword at the end of it? Because if it's just making the spear longer, I'm okay with that. But like, I've also seen the glaives. I'm not a big fan of glaives, oddly enough. Like, this kind of stuff, not a big fan of. But like, this I'm all about. Like, that is super eclectic. Not eclectic. Super specific. And there's a whole bunch of people that are just gonna be like, why are we on this Final Fantasy kick? What's going on? I'm trying to get away from Final Fantasy. Alright, I gotta get the little bat wings going on. What's that? Yeah, like, I think, like, Travis Willingham doing the the macaroni. I forgot about macaroni Samsonite. No, the Mask of Many Faces, like, that's a really cool item in D&D, and I'm fine with people having it, but once again, if you want to do that, sorry Jonas, talking over you. If you want to do that with your character, which is the same thing with like playing a changeling, it really should be that it's because you want to play all those different roles. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a voice for each of them, but you should play them differently. I mean, unless it is just very much just like, and then I change my face, but I act exactly the same all the time and it's cool. Yeah, like if your character is supposed to be an actor, like being able to switch between those personas, that's awesome and I love it. And I think Travis does a great job of doing that with Ford. I think him switching that kind of stuff is great. So I'm totally on board with that. So people that are really good at voices or at just kind of popping up with characters on the fly, I think make good changelings and make good kind of bards and people with the Mask of Many Faces. So yeah, Jonas, I think you'd have fun with it. I think you'd be a good character for you. I actually read a book once, and by I read a book, I mean one of my coworkers read a book, and he told it to me because that's who he was. All about how sound and speech is mechanically done, and that helped me understand voices a lot better. Like knowing how and why the sounds are made in different voices. Like you can actually change your accent really easily just by changing the position of your jaw. For American accents, yeah, it's real weird. Like it just depends on it's the way you grow up. A lot of the vocal tonation is how you learn to pronunciate through jaw placement, which is kind of interesting, at least for English. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty strange. Tongue is also crazy, which is why like I was just talking to people about like speech therapy for young children. Same thing. Like the tongue placement is most of how we talk. So once you can kind of understand those, you can really start playing with playing with how to make voices. I think that's why some people struggle with voices, is because they don't realize what mechanically needs to change. It's just like, now I'm going to make another voice. It's like, that's the same voice you did last time. How about this? Now I'm a British guy. It's like, nope, that's the same thing you did last time. Like, you have to change things in your mouth to make the voice sound different. I don't get it. That was the joke, Jonas. That was the joke. Sail right over there. Just whoosh. Okay, let's finish this Moogle up. Boo, boo, boo. Let's do... Hey, it's all right. We can always explain it. Right? Whoa, what's going on here? Drow, there's 2 drows in there. Drows are pretty cool. Drow's really quiet again. I see the pinging. I see the pinging happening. Welcome, by the way. Okay. Okay, I just see background noise then. Gotcha. Well, welcome to the chat. Welcome again. Ooh. Make this eyes a little thicker. I think that looks good. Get a little chubbier cheeks. That is adorable. Chubby Moogles are best Moogles. A little bit. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good. That's a good analogy. They look like scuff. It's because they look like Moogles. Maybe. Ah, I screwed up that line. Dang it. Dang it. What's going on here? Yeah, there we go. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's done. I got a whole day ahead of me. Rah! Rah! Bork. Bork, bork, bork. Oh, dang. It's a great game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play it a lot this weekend. just allowing it to happen. Like, I should play this game. We should play the game right now. Let's do it. You taunted me the night before by posting the like, oops, I bought the game. And I was like, oh yeah, well, me too. I think we enabled each other to play that game too much yesterday. That was definitely what happened. Some of us have jobs, Jonas. And by that I mean should have been drawing all day yesterday. And I wasn't. I drew for quite a bit. So I still got work done, which is good. But I realize now that may have come off insensitive, and I'm sorry. 'Cause, 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 Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to do that. I know I did say one time, like, I know the first time we recorded a video together, we kind of all did, yeah. We all talked about ourselves a lot, which was great for the conversation we were having, because it's nice to, like, hang out with people that you haven't really talked a lot to, and talk to each other about kind of who you are in your life and why you draw the way you do. Draw a flumph. I don't know what a flumph is. I'll have to look that up. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and so it wasn't so much that it's bad that we did that. I cut a lot of it out because it's like, hey, this is kind of a weird personal story. Probably don't need to put that on YouTube. Let's just not do it. So I'm exactly, yeah. Like that was actually a really cool conversation that I'm glad we had. But yeah, we don't need to talk about it on YouTube. So yeah, just call it Jonas the Witching Hour with Jonas. I did make a Pikachu Moogle. Let's just do this. Let's just give him. I've got a whole story I could talk about with that, but once again, not the time or place. So some other time. Some other time. That's always a bummer. Oh, you know what? It's Friday. It's Friday, and people are back at school. Like, I kind of wonder. I wonder how everyone's doing. It's a weird time to be in college right now. Weird time to be, well, at any school right now. As for the comment I made earlier, Jonas, about me saying sorry about the job thing, I need to remember that I am very lucky to have a job as well as our wonderful YouTube community. So thank you everybody for that. Right, and I just need to make sure that I'm letting people know I'm very aware. Yeah, see, and that's kind of the interesting thing about the community is, like, I don't think you took it that way, but, like, we are still in a very open community, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that are upset right now because they are having trouble finding jobs or need a job. So I want to make sure that people know that I'm definitely not taking it lightly that I am working right now. So that's I'm very blessed to be able to do that. Finland's a nice place, yeah. Yeah, school sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Jackson. Yeah. I used to live next to like an open public field, and there was always people playing soccer. And it's just like, man, shut up. Play quietly. Play quietly, you dang kids. No, exactly. You can't blame people for wanting to play games and be happy. Whoop, whoop. What color are Moogles? Mostly white, kind of peach. Are they peaches? Is that the trick? They're kind of peachy. Sometimes they're gray. I've made this look like a weird mutated Garfield the cat now. Let's do one of these. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Moving to the country. Gonna eat a lot of peaches. I don't know if that... Okay, good. I'm glad somebody did. It's a song. I was singing a song. I don't actually eat that many peaches. And or if there's any weird connotations to that song I'm not aware of, I do apologize. But to my information, it's a song about peaches. Yeah, I assume. But peaches come from a can. And they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. Nothing weird about that song at all. No, I'm only into the first verse. No, I actually went to a Presidents of the United States of America. Is that the name of the band? I went to one of their concerts. It was super dope. That was a great concert. Once again, that's how old I am. I remember when they were touring. Super good. I'm not that old. It's just I'm older than most. Well, most of the people in the chat room, I would assume. Which, you know, maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I just assume that because I remember watching YouTube when I was younger, that I think that's how old everyone is when they watch YouTube. Things I know. My parents don't watch YouTube. I watch YouTube. My younger friends watch YouTube. Ergo, everyone on YouTube is younger than me. Well, see, there I'm wrong. You've defunct my age prejudices. Maybe all the young kids are on TikTok, so maybe that's maybe my judgment is off. Woo-woo. That is a fucking adorable Moogle. I am super happy with this Moogle. I'm gonna give him little red cheeks. All right. It sounds like we have broken Aggie. So I'm going to go ahead and, after this, I'm going to save it out and I'm going to make a new one. And then we'll try again from there. I do want to finish up these little lines, though, because I love these little lines. I think this is one of the first, like, fully rendered things I've done in Aggie. Oh, you know what? You know what's screwed up? His nose should be bright red. Little nose. Noop. Noop, noop, noop. Oh, Dan. What's the... Do it for my dad. Did they? That's awesome. The last thing I saw was Dan reading his erotic novel. I don't know how new that was, but that's the last Games Grump thing I saw, and it was pretty funny. I love Ninja Brian. Ninja Brian, if you want to come draw on the stream, well, I don't know. You just have to promise not to draw too many middle fingers, and I think we'll be fine. But no, I do enjoy. Whoop. Should have to get Ninja Brian on here to talk about going to college. Yeah, I don't know what's inspired me to just go to town on this, but I'm pretty happy with it. FFCC. Well, now it's remastered, so it's FFCCR. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Forfeit question mark? It's only 10 minutes into the game. We can't forfeit yet. Forfeit? Like, just stop. Just... Oh, that's great. That's because that was the problem. The problem was that you couldn't surrender fast enough. Oh man, I hate the community so bad for. It's just Did someone just leaves? They're like, oh well, screw you too. No, man, I had to stop playing League of Legends just because the community got so sour, so toxic, and I'm pretty sure I was part of that community, so. It was definitely not making me a happier person. Oh yeah, no, I'm a terrible person from time to time, and I hate it. That sounds about right. That's also fair. I think there's a... Bah! Boop! Ignore that. Alrighty. Let's do... You gotta do more Moogle push-ups. Let's take a look at everyone else's drawing. Is everyone else in a good space to stop? And I'll reload the page here. Okay. Let's drop over to the be right back. Whoop. New invite become okay. Let's try that out. That should be better. I need to get a invite link. Uh-oh. Can I not get an invite link? Interesting. Drawing settings. I invited everybody that was already drawing, but now I guess I can just actually copy the link. Let's just do that. We'll go back up here to the general text. Let me just delete this puppy. Delete that. That's gone. That's gone now. It doesn't exist. There we go. Okay, so we'll try that. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast as we try round 2 of the free draw day, which once again everyone is welcome to come draw with us if you'd like today. Oh, now my pen's not. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, we're fine. So we do have quite a bit of smaller canvas now, so be aware of that. I'm going to try to draw up here in the top left corner because that's where I do. Oops. What to draw? Dragoons. I'm going to draw dragoons. I got that mask. I have a lot of little projects going on right now, which is great. I'm going to try to get the masks done today so I can mail those off to... Not the masks. I got the mask done. That's for a different project. That'll be in the mail here soon. I'm going to try to get the leather bags finished up so I can get them shipped off to the Patreon members, because I think that's dope. Videos in the work. I saw someone, oh, holy crap. So I've been looking at a lot of, like, how do you draw faces? Because I can't remember how to draw faces a lot of the time. I think that's my own problem. But I saw somebody do one of these, which I super like. Like, this is very indicative of what I do. And then they did something like this, where they just drew 4 circles. And, like, this became the lips, and then this became the nose. And I was like, oh, that's nice. That's a nice little proportion gap to kind of pull those things together. I love those little kind of tricks. So if people find cool ratios, I would love to see those. Share those with the reference chat in Discord, because I do like them. I like those kind of things. That's kind of how my head works. Is like I think a lot about proportionality, and relationships, and I always screw them up. And that's not me like being down on myself. I usually have to draw a face 3 or 4 times before I actually figure out the correct proportions that I want to use. So, but I thought that was a pretty cool one. I thought a little just like nose shape and then space, or top lip, bottom lip, chin. I kind of like that. I kind of like the way that one worked out. Thought that was real cool. And then you can kind of, you can adjust the chin circle, you can adjust the lip circles. But real good. Real good. I like that one a lot. That works really well for profiles, I guess. I haven't tried it in many other ways yet. What was the other one? The other one, I keep forgetting to post it. Let me see if I can find it, because it's great. Oh, the new stickers. The stickers look so good. I'm so happy with it. So Sierra, thank you for making me make rugby pins, which I have rugby pins now, so that's something we can work on. Yeah. Okay, so this is by Ronald Destritio? I'm not sure. I started following him on Instagram. He's got a lot of really funny stuff. But I love the proportionality circles on that. I thought that was a really fun way to make a face too. So that's in the art share, if people want to know what I'm talking about. Everyone on YouTube, feel free to join the Discord. Come hang out with us sometime. Let's see what we've got going on here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I just have to burn it into my brain. But I like that idea that like the circle and the triangle should match up to make the nose. And the eyes. I thought that was really cool. Which makes sense because, like, you know, if you're using eye length, that's another way that people break down the face. Man, this is a whole thing. This is a whole episode of things that I don't want to touch on, but I also like talking about it, so who knows? Sides of the face. Sure. Chin, lips, nose. I think I should have made that one bigger and that one smaller. I struggle with lips all the time. It's like, how much do you draw? How much do you not draw? What's an abomination I've made. Back to the Dragoon. Let's just shift back. Mm-hmm. I think something I mess up a lot is you said that you go to the hairline, because this is great for the face. And I always try to make it like the top of the head, which then all of a sudden my eyebrows are like way too high and my nose is huge. And it's like, and I got a tiny mouth. So that's definitely, I think, where I start messing up every time. Yeah, really, I think defining the face is the thing that I don't do well enough, and that might be something I need to work on. Just getting the head shape and then defining the face area in it first. So that might be my next structure. Who? Yeah, someone jumped in here. Burning, welcome. So I can do that, and then. So I have the eye line lined up to the ear, but really it should be eyebrows, nose, and then mouth is half of that. So yeah, see, I think that's the other problem, is I always use the eye line as my first starting point, and then I get like huge forehead, no face, and then break that into thirds, and it's like, this doesn't look right, nothing is happy. Fun. Art is fun. Art is building, which is good. And it's good to like kind of always go back and rethink of how you do things sometimes. Have you started doing any practice for your persona for the video this week? Oh yeah, Jonas was sick. Tomorrow we're going to be filming, hopefully, if people are around, a new video, which will be really fun. And I think we could keep a lot of it secret, but we could also kind of, hey, what are you working on? How you got it going? I got an invitation to a wedding here in a bit. This is a personal friend, not someone I've met on YouTube. So, but the requirements for the dress is medieval attire, and I was like, oh, this is a great excuse to build out my Rookzer0 costume. And I was thinking about that. Like, how would I actually design that costume? That would be a lot of fun. Because for the most part, I kind of flip-flop between Cleric Rook, which is just light chainmail / wool, and a tabard. Or not a tabard, what's it called? I always forget the word. One of these things. It's not a scarf. Scapula, yeah. That doesn't sound quite right, but it might be. That's one of them. That's one of the costumes. Just like the armor cover. The other one is armor with the same design. And it's like I guess it would just be a breastplate. It would just be a breastplate over the top of a tabard or scapula. If that's the wrong word, please let me know. Because that also sounds like shoulder blades, which maybe that's where the word comes from. Types of tabards. Armor. Scapula. Because the tabards are just big. Surcoats, aprons. All right, cool. Yeah, that's the right word. Go me. Fancy apron. Yep, absolutely. That is what Rook would wear. Is a fancy apron. Oh, I just watched Adam Savage build his new apron on Tested. That was awesome. My maker side is just like, make apron. It's like, I don't need that. Just make it. Quick, buy a butt ton of waxed canvas. I'll probably use it for something. That was my issue with the leather. He's like, I keep wanting to make things with leather, but I just don't own any leather, and it's like I can't just buy like half a hide of leather. Like I won't use it. And then I don't have the right leather tools and blah 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 blah. And then it's like an ongoing cycle of like, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then I just eventually, I'm like, you know what? There's this huge sale on leather. Just do it. Spend the $20 for the tools you want to use. Buy the leather and then go for it. Now it's like I have so much leather now. I don't know when I'm going to stop, and it's going to be great. So I had to make that plunge and just do it. But I do also like having the right tools for the job, because that was my younger self was always just like, oh, I can just make do with, you know, a knife and a hammer. And it's like, you know, just buy the right tools. Buy the right tools if you're doing something, if you can. It makes all the difference. And that's kind of I think the cool thing about Adam Savage is he's got like 40 years of tool knowledge and collecting the weird eclectic tools to make that kind of stuff happen. Super jelly of Adam Savage's shop. Right. I was really bad when I was in sculpture because I made really weird sculpture projects. Like one time I took bottles, filled them full of sand, and then built an apparatus to smash them on top of poster board. Then I spray painted the sand on top of the poster board and then shook the sand off. So I had like a negative relief pattern of glass jars exploding. And it was super cool, and I still have all of the prints I did. But it sent me into a spiral of like collecting weird glass bottles to see how they would break. And I still have a huge collection of like random whiskey bottles and stuff from local bars that I would go to and be like, do you have any glass bottles I can take? Just like throwing them in my truck. So I do have a bit of a weird collection of art stuff that I don't know when it's going to get used. So I definitely know your pain. It looks spiky. Dragoon armor looks spiky, and like you're always jumping, regardless of how you stand. Bleh. What? What? Okay. I just got a random text for Dungeons and Dragons face masks. I'm not going to click that link. That's real weird. It's creepy that the buzzwords know my phone number. I'm sure someone just cold called me and like, yes, I found the number. Well, I just totally let that out on YouTube. Whoops. Now you know. Not cool. Don't spam me. Don't spam me, people. Are you drawing Dragoon armor, Jonas? My favorite Dragoon armor is from Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI Dragoon armor is dope. I've drawn a lot of masks for my characters in D&D. I think that's kind of my... No, I think it's more that I don't think about the character's face. And so when I make a character, I generally personify them. I always make Batman. I never make Bruce Wayne. So like I got the original Doc mask, which was just like a theater mask. That's not right. Then I got the Rook mask, which was supposed to be a little closer to this and that. Closer to, and now with Druid's introductions, it's like super coming together, which I really dig. Doing something like that. I really like the little additions you added to the jaw. I think those are really cool. Yeah. might have to redo my logo now. I don't know. No, we'll see what happens. I like it. I really like that. These are really cool. I think that kind of curved edition really makes it pop too. So building on top of things, it's always good. And then I have my other character. I have not talked about my other character because it's a secret, but maybe it's not a secret anymore. Antic, the character in the Discord game. It's actually one of my... Oop! Everything exploded. One of my favorite characters, and I play him all the time. But he has a Rook mask. Oddly enough, he's the only character not named Rook, and he's got a bird mask, which I think is pretty funny. So yeah, a lot of my characters have masks. I don't do a lot of otherwise things. So I wonder if maybe I should change his mask. I got things to think about. Did you find a good reference for the Final Fantasy armor? You guys. Whoop. Well, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Final Fantasy IX. Also, it's a pretty cool design. Copy. This is kind of what I thought about the what are the Sierra, the character you picked yesterday in Crystal Chronicles, the race, yeah, the Uke, always remind me of I think it's Freya from Final Fantasy IX, but I think they're supposed to be rats or birds or lizards. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But Ace, welcome. I think we're getting more people, which is great. It is the free draw day. Everyone is welcome to jump in. There's a link in the general description chat. Looks like we got a Sierra down here, I believe. Druid, Jonas, Drow up here, I think, right? Yeah. And then I'm up here, drawing the normal things I normally draw, which are just Muppets. That's what we got to do. So we got to draw ourselves as D&D characters. We got to draw ourselves as Muppets. We got to draw ourselves as yeah, I guess so eventually. You have to do that again, is that what you said, Jonas? I do have the hawk back, which is good, which means I don't have to draw the man bun anymore. I want to draw myself with the big googly eyes. But I don't think that's what my puppet would look like. I think my puppet would look more like this. Yeah, eyes are just like way too close together. And then a little tiny nose. And then a huge mouth. A huge gaping maw. Maybe some sideburns. We can do sideburns. For those of you wondering how you have a sideburns and a mohawk, yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Figure that out. I always knew Rook was secretly a warlock. Constantly casting the Mask of Many Faces. You could look at it that way. You could also look at it as I'm like the mask dealer from Majora's Mask. Just wondering. Yeah, I just have a bag full of masks that I carry around with me all the time. Man, does anybody remember like the real Ghostbusters? That was the weirdest, creepiest thing. Yeah, they did like a... Yeah, the Ghostbusters cartoon. Like, that was... Watching it now, it's like, it's not... There's not really anything contextually creepy about it, but like the way they draw things and like the overall theming of the show was really dark for cartoons as it was. It was not good. Yeah, they were... It was weird. It was definitely weird. I'm pretty sure at some point they go to hell and fight stuff, but like they don't say it like that, but that's what it was. Gargoyle, same thing. Super dark. Like, that was really the time when they started trying to add like long stories to cartoons, which was really cool. At least mainstream cartoons, because like anime had been doing it for a while. But yeah, Gargoyles is super good. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out again. Because I think you're right. Like that's the voice actors, right? Yeah. Let's do some of this. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo-doo. Doop-a-doop-doop-doo. Who's the main voice actor for Goliath in that show? Yeah, is it? Is it Jones? Okay. That's what my first thought was, but I was like hesitant to think about that. Keith David. Keith David. Keith David's pretty awesome. So many video games, love it. Anyways. No, I got distracted on IMDb. Back to the drawing. Dragoons just jump on people. Jump on people till they die. That's how it works. No, the Final Fantasy XI Dragoons were pretty dope. I did that a lot. That was like the main thing I played. I played Final Fantasy XI, which is, once again, not a bad game. Just kind of slow. Came out at the same time as World of Warcraft. I think a lot of people... What's that? Something like that, yeah. Maybe even... I think it came out a little earlier. But that was one of the first solid MMOs I played. And then WoW came out and I was like, whoa, this is so much faster. I love it. And so I switched. But it still had its charm. It had its charm. Felt very Final Fantasy. The art is amazing. Sound is amazing. The music's still super influential to this day. I still read it as a Dragoon. Why not? Dragoons have always been cool because they can jump like billions of feet into the air. Because they gotta kill dragons, yo. You gotta defend the dragons by killing the dragons. That's how it works. You gotta... To defeat the dragons, you must become the dragons. Yep. That's interesting. They're not Hercules. So they're not Hercules. Oh, that's such a good... I think that's from Shadowbringers, right? That video when the Dragoon finally came to Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, I fucking love that armor. It's so good. I could watch that animation literally all day. It's just so good. Is that a Dragoon? It is a Dragoon. Oh, he's having sword. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jasmine. Welcome, by the way. Welcome to... That is the Final Fantasy XIV Dragoon armor, which is super complicated. Like the old... I really like the old, like, Tactics Dragoons. Because they're so simple. Hold on. Like, check out, yeah, that animation is super solid. Like, these are some of the old Final Fantasy, this one looks super good. Let me see if I can find. This is probably one of the most influential pictures I remember, which still, like, I use this design in armor all the time because I love it so much. Just the Tactics Dragoon. Here I am just fangirling about Dragoons now. Ah, so good. I love it. And then there's this. And then there's this one from Advanced Tactics. Take that however you want. That's the little dragon folk, I think. If I could design like an Evangelion suit to look like a Dragoon, that would make me happy. That's... No, not the plug suit. Like an actual Evangelion. Like those two things, I think the Dragoon armor and then whatever the hell Shenji's Eva is called. Yeah, Unit 1. Whatever the hell it was. Yes, I don't remember. But those two designs just like solidified how I like to draw armor and what I love about it. Kind of long, angular, lots of large plates overlapping. I guess the Evangelion isn't so much overlapping, but it's. Tactics are fun. I hope to see Karen at 14 soon. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, Kanan. Kane? Kane. Okay, I can read. It looks so good. Yeah, Final Fantasy. Their art direction is always on point. I love it. What's up? Oh. I don't know. That actually wasn't me this time. Uchi, thank you. I gotta draw my dragoons. How dare you change the scale of my fantasy armor? Things don't have to be realistic. Things don't have to be realistic. Druid, you can draw that shield as long as you want. Good. Was that a sneeze or were you screaming in frustration? Okay. Mini of Dragon Riding Dragoon. That's pretty good. I told you guys how frustrated I was with Monster Hunter's lances, right? Like I wanted the glaive to be the lance, and I wanted the lance to be a spear, and nothing was what it was. So, but Final Fantasy 11 and 14 definitely did the spear justice. I think. So pretty cool moves. That was real quiet. Hold on, let me turn you up. Say that again. Ew, I don't. I'm using a Cintiq. You should be able to. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to look at whether or not it's an Android device or a... what's the other option? Shoot. So some of them are Windows devices, some of them are Android devices, and some of them have their own operating systems, and some of them are just screens. So it really depends on what you're looking at. Yeah, so most like iPads and stuff are ISO devices, which I don't know if you can put Chrome on ISO. I think you can, right? I can't say that for sure. But then if you do have one of those devices, you can usually just install a Chrome app to it. But I would definitely do some research before, because I do not know. Do not know for sure. Let's see if I can get some more armor going on here. Boop, 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 boop. That's pretty dope, Inferno. Let's see, Sierra drawing that? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do some cheap. I'm gonna do some cheap scale mail here. Here we go. I have so many sketchbooks of Cloud Strife-esque characters. Check out my dude. And then he got sword. His sword real big. The sword is so big that it goes past the handle. Yep. I was thinking about buying some cloth and making some fantasy pants just out of spite. It's like I could totally do that. Could totally make some pants. What are the What was all the rage a few years ago, like the Thai fisherman pants, I think is what they were called. I could be wrong about that. Those look so comfortable, and I always like, those are just parachute pants. I can't wear parachute pants again. I can't. Oh, that's big. I'll dig it. That's awesome. Alrighty, I'm gonna cut that out, start again. We went from Final Fantasy, now I think we're all drawing like armor. Well, nope, just me drawing armor. It's fine. Look what everybody's doing today. Stretch the back. Gotta stretch those muscles. You know what Final Fantasy does that I don't draw enough of? Thigh-high boots. That's really what I'm missing. I need more thigh-high boots in my art. Yep. Just like if we got the hips here, we're going all the way up. If people want to appease me and draw something cool, you know, draw a dragoon and I will probably be appeased. No, I just mean like I will always upvote dragoons almost all the time. Like whenever I see dragoon fan art, it's like, yes, do that more. Yep. Draw dragoons. That's the way to do it. Ooh. Get the spear here. You still have plenty of time, to be totally honest. Okay. Don't stress out about it. But do you really? That's the question. Those are super cool. That's kind of what I was thinking about. Like, if I had a familiar, I would just have a lazy farm cat. Is really, really what it would be. Like, there's no other thing I would have. Just be like, okay, great. Let's do some of this. Right? I have two. Yeah. So yeah, like if there was as much like divine intervention in the real world as there was in D&D, I have a feeling that I would be in a much different profession right now. There's a really cool man. Jim Butcher's great. That's all I gotta say. I gotta get Jim Butcher on here. No, there's a lot of really cool things that he deals with like, how do I say this? In a fantasy universe like D&D, would I be a priest? I don't think so. Would I be a cleric? Maybe. Like, and there's the weird distinction about that, because it's like I'm totally all for healing through whatever means possible. And if that means like that these deities will heal people, then I would definitely be a mouthpiece for that, right? But just as the way you look at like a priest here in the real world, it's like I'm not for preaching. I'm not for organized religion in all of its forms. And so like I struggle with those two balances of like does a cleric have to be super devout to a religion to be effective? And from a gameplay standpoint, no. Like I don't think that necessarily. And I think Jim Butcher talks about that a lot with his knights, which I don't want to spoil too much, so. But the knights are pretty awesome, and I like how he describes them. Blah, 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 blah. That's super good. Inferno, you got some good modeling skills going on. Some good painting skills. Dig it. But yeah, so I think Rook would definitely be a cleric, but I don't know if I personally would be able to do that. Let's get some pointy feet. Yeah. Right, yeah. Like, would you choose to go to Faerun and have to live with carts and possibly rampaging undead? Or do you just stay here and play video games all day? I don't know what's going on in this picture, but I love it. I'm posting something in. Dragoon female, Lancer. It's just like, what if bulky armor, but also dress? It's pretty dope. I really dig that design. It's so simple. I love that. I love that whole series. Super good. See if I can get some unique angles here. Someone just jumped in. Who's that? We got Enram. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. If people do need some more... Whoops. That wasn't the space bar at all. Someone's drawing over here. I like it. Whoop. Find space, draw where you can. Oh. Draw Dragoons, that's it. Jonas, I'm surprised you don't like Dragoons more because they have to have massive thighs to jump high into the air wearing full plate mail. Yeah, the shock troopers. That's kind of the intention of the name, but with dragon flair. So, like, what kind of shock trooper would you have? Instead of them riding into combat on a horse, they just jump from the sky because they're dragons, which is kind of cool, but... That's still pretty good. I dig that. I dig that Inferno. It's a good one. Boop. Goldtooth, that's not a dragoon. That's a druid. Looks good. It's a nice pose, too. I mean, once again, if you're looking at the aspect of a shock trooper, I would say so, yeah. I think we're talking about a specific type of dragoon in this context, but the fantasy dragon type. No. Are you sitting in the sun? That I discovered, I couldn't figure out why my tablet would start overheating at like 4 o'clock every day, and it's because I had a window open and it would just like the sun would just blare on it, and I was like, oh. I have a sneaking suspicion that your dog is trying to kill you. I just want to put that out there. I want you to be safe. Watch the dog. It's like, no, I wouldn't do that, but I would. Yeah, that's a little dark. I would just be wary. Wary of your surroundings. You know, if it starts bringing you food from somewhere, you know, maybe don't eat it. I brought you a hamburger. Like, oh, thank you. Oh, jeez. Now's my chance. I have to go in for the kill. That's pretty adorable, though. Yeah, Legend Dragoon. That's a good game. They figured out my plan. I have to enact it now. Draw a dragon, Oon. It was Dragoon armor, but with the dragon in it. Yeah, go for it. That's awesome. See, I like that kind of stuff. I like that little bit of pun, a little bit of like clever additions for characters playing a fairy dragon born. Sounds really cool. Kind of Dre inspired Fae. Fae inspired dragon is the words I wanted to use. I think that would be really cool. I'm totally on board for that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go real dark here. I'm gonna get real dark, thick lines. There you go. That's terrifying. There's not a lot else that's cheaper than ramen. I'm trying to think of things that are cheaper than ramen. That's true. I mean, for us, I think a packet of ramen, which is basically a meal. I mean, not a good meal, but it's a meal. It's what, like 35 cents, 45 cents the most? Yeah. Usually you can get them for like 3 or 4 for $1. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Some of the other options are like, hell, well, yeah, potatoes are super cheap. That's true. But then you gotta cook them. Ain't no one got time to cook potatoes. You don't cook your potatoes, you just eat them? Yeah, I would say so. Usually the Dragoon armor nipple spikes would be covered up by the shoulder pads, but you know, I think it's fine. What is the bat nipples from Actually, it would be completely appropriate, especially if you watched the Let's Play Crystal Chronicles yesterday, because the Super Troll Dragoon race is just like Madonna brought out. Which if people don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. MTV wasn't on for very long. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That is a good point. Actually, kind of want to ask what people thought about us playing games yesterday. Is that something that we should do regularly? Like, once a week or something? Just play games? And a lot of people didn't show up, which could have been because it was Thursday. That's how Thursdays work. But if it was because we were playing games instead of drawing, like, that's good to know too. So, well, instead of assuming, I'd rather just ask. I think that's the important part for me. So if you guys want this to stay just, I don't plan on shifting this to like a Let's Play channel ever. But if it's something that, maybe we should play games with the Patreon group. I think that could be kind of fun. I definitely like to play like Jackbox or something with people. I think that would be cool. Also a Dragoon. What is that from? Hold on. Let me think about this. Let me look at this for a little bit. And try to guess what game this is from. Oh man, that's so good. It looks a little StarCrafty, but not quite. The shoulder pads are too small. I'll give up, Inferno. What's that from? Is that, man, Edge of Night? I don't know if I played Edge of Night. Typed it into Google, nothing about games came up. Now it's talking about golf. I'm going to type Dragoon in too. Obsidian Portal. Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. They did a really good job on Cloud's remake for the new game. Yeah, it's a super good design, especially considering how little information was there from the original game. They did a great job. I guess they also had the redesign from Advent Children to look at, and all of the, what's it called? Mickey Mouse Sora games. Kingdom Hearts. They had all the Kingdom Hearts games. So they had time to kind of like re-flesh out the character, but super good job. Good design. Not too crazy. Man, Advent Children. Such a weird phenomenon. They did a really good job on it, and it was also not the best. it was very much a video game prologue movie, which was just kind of interesting. It was an interesting idea and concept, and they chose a weird way to do it, and yeah, I loved the hell out of it, but it wasn't. Yeah, people didn't like it. I had this conversation once with my friends about, I'm like, oh man, they did such a good job with Cloud. And my friend was like, what the hell are you talking about? Cloud's supposed to be this, and that, and the other thing. And I was like, what? That's not how Cloud is. And I realized it's because with all of the like voice commands you can give Cloud, you can play him completely differently. And so a lot of my friends played him very cocky and very abrupt. And I'm like, I thought those were like the joke answers you could give people. And so I did. I played Cloud very kind of broody and quiet. So I definitely think Advent Children did something with kind of different people's interpretations of Cloud, which is interesting. And I like that they kind of expanded more on a whole bunch of different kind of not extended universe, but more of his backstory besides just like clones and wars and things. So cool in iterations. Did anybody play That's pretty dope, actually. I think you're doing great. You probably don't need the shield. That could be another spear. It's just 2 spears. Just 2 spears. But other than that, it looks great. No, it does. It looks really good. Uh-oh. Oh, can of worms. That's a good question. I don't think so. Yeah. Which one's that? Like 4.63 or something? Oh, good. Pretty cool. That's funny. Yeah, that's the important part. Nightmare Town, yo. That's where it's at. There's always one spot. I love that picture. That is what you just posted was kind of like what I think about when I think of paladins. Super dig those. Saw the new Shadowland video last night for the new upcoming World of Warcraft expansion. Yeah, oh man, I love Uther. I'm so sad. I think that was a cool video. Whether or not you actually want to play World of Warcraft, you should definitely check out that animatic. Let's keep it what it is. It's an animatic. It's not an animation. Still super good. So good. Blizzard's animation team always stepping up the bar. They have their own animation studio, basically, is what it is, and they just only work on the game art or the videos for the games. So it's not like a team having to use the engine to animate something. They just have their own animation team, which is it shows very well. Super good. They kind of I don't want to, not prioritize isn't the right word. What's the word? They pioneered a lot of really good map painting techniques for 2D animations in the digital age, which is really cool. Kind of taking what Disney and them did with the cells, the actual cell machines they made for animation, and replicating them in 3D space so that they can manipulate all those things. They did a really cool job with that. There's a whole documentary you can watch about that. I don't know what the link is, but Blizzard's animation studio. Super good job, guys. Gals, ladies, people. Super great job. You need to be better about that. But I do too, and I don't want to. I want to just get away from it. It's kind of my problem. Yeah, I can see that. Man, I need to work on my patterns. I don't have any patterns in my head. for like knurled metal or etched metal. Really need to work on it. I guess it doesn't have to be super decorative. Oh, so good though. So good. Okay, one spiral / line curve follow through. Okay, so I want to go like this. I'm just going to follow the curve. That's one, and then I'm going to cross the curve and follow and cut. Oh hell yeah, that looks super good. Okay. Then we're going to have one line come this way, one spiral, because why not? And then we're going to follow this curve like that. We're going to follow this curve like that. That looks pretty dope. I'm pretty happy with all of that. Little intricate details is something I want to get better at, and I think it really is just kind of looking. You gotta go out there and see what people have done and why they've done it. Do something like this. Get that a little darker. It is 12 o'clock. Great job, everybody. We did some art today. Whew. What a day, though. What a day it was. What is up? Jonas is over here. That looks super cool. I see you over here, Drow. Oof. Speaking of Final Fantasy 9. What was this character's name? What was the character supposed to be? Armorant? What was Armorant? Is he a monk? He uses the fist weapons, right? Man, Final Fantasy 9, great design. Good job, everybody. Except on some of these characters. Did not get her design. Whatever. Alright, anywho. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. That was a lot of fun. We did some art, did some doodling, talked about some dragoons, which is always a good time. Yeah, I don't know what else we're doing. I'm going to work on some new videos this weekend, so there might be a new video Monday, or might have it out a little sooner. You know what that usually means. I'll have it up by next Friday, but we'll see what happens. I'll try to get this done. I'm taking some more commissions, so I can. Let's talk about that real quick. I can either take Monday, Tuesday off next week and just work on those things, and then push the Monday stream to Thursday. So we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or I could probably do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Monday would be a late stream again. And kind of just want to know what people's thoughts are on that. Would you prefer having a few late streams in the week, or would you rather the streams be at the exact same time and maybe just spaced a little differently throughout the week? And this is, everyone can kind of chime in on this, because I really do want to hear your opinions on it. Or if people... That's a good point. Yeah, the European time frame would put that pretty late. I think that would actually be towards midnight when I would finally be able to stream. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's about 10 hours. 10 hours difference. YouTube, any thoughts?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for sure. Wednesday will be the normal time. So
We will do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday show next week. Monday, I might. We'll do it that way. We'll leave Monday, Tuesday as my work days, so that I can work in the morning, and then if I come home at night and I want to share something, I'll probably be on Discord. Let's do it that way. That way I can get some stuff done, and we'll make sure that those happen. So Monday, Tuesday, maybe no stream, maybe Discord streams. If you want to come check those out, definitely do. Absolutely next Wednesday we will be here, unless, hell or high water. We'll figure that out. But Wednesday will be our next for sure planned show, and we'll go from there. But aside from that, thanks again everybody for hanging out this week. It's wonderful. Thank you for this transition time. If you do want to see us play some games, let me know. I really think it'd be cool when the new Baldur's Gate game comes out. Maybe play that once a week. But that might be something we just do on the other channel. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know. And maybe we'll start putting up more content on the gaming channel, because we have not done that in a long time. It's been a while. And I've been focusing over here a lot. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you have a game you want to see us play, or you have an idea you want us to draw, definitely let us know. New content coming out. If you haven't checked out the Artist Arcana, it's the first 2 days, really good. Lots of good feedback, lots of people talking, and then people haven't watched it since. So definitely check that out. I'll put a link down below in the Promote Yourself tab, just because I want to get people's ideas and thoughts on that. I will link that out. And feel free to share that with your friends. Make sure people are checking that out, and we'll go from there. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Keep your dice on the table. Stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you next week.